Hello everybody, welcome back to Art and Outdoor Life here with John. Um, Today I thought I'd do something in the flavor of somebody who has influenced me from the very beginning and somebody who got me interested in painting. And that's Joe Menza Art. Joe Menza Art. Go look him up on YouTube and Instagram and other places. He's a wonderful, wonderful painter. And so, yes, I was had a bad night last night, and I was just thinking, it's the reason why I got into painting in the first place. I didn't know I was going to like it, but it's the reason, it helps me cope with things and stuff. It's very hard to be original at times. So I was thinking about where I started out at. And the backdrop of this is the original cardboard from a picture frame that I started out painting with. I used to lay it on a drum stool and tape all my papers to it and just paint a couple years ago. Anyways, I like to say this is in the style of Joe Menza Art. But he has a lot of influences in him. And I have many in myself. But I'm still learning. By the way, I did put straight Payne's Gray on there. Okay? If it looks dark. But you'll watch it. It'll kind of fade away. Using the Ron Rance and Hake brush here. This is the medium. And I'm blending in, it's not a lemon yellow, it's, I think it's a sap yellow, or not sap yellow, a pale yellow, okay, and I was just thinking about this, like, come a long way, and I have a ton to learn, a real lot to learn, always learning, but then I always forget the reason why I paint. Sometimes it's easy to forget why you paint, and I paint for my stress, and my anxiety, and my PTSD, and depression. So I dedicate this video, painting has done a lot for me. Being a lifelong musician, as I am, professional, that has become so emotional in me throughout the years and all the memories and stuff. That painting is not so much emotional to me. To me, it's a hobby, and I'd like to take it further one day. But, at the moment, I put my videos on here, and I just, I wanted to dedicate this video to Joe Menza Art, where I very first started learning how to paint. So I'm using burnt umber in here. I'm using raw umber. I'm using, when I started out with this, it was yellow ochre, and then I'm using, I had some Payne's Gray in there, and a little bit of cobalt blue, and then I just kind of mixed them together. I'm, you know, these are fun to do. Really, they are very fun to do. They are stress. They relieve stress. I mean, you're not playing in front of an audience. You're not out to please people. These are private moments. These are solitude moments. And, and the paint speaks for itself. Every painting is different. For myself, I like to say, in my journey along this, painting and stuff, for me, it's been 2 steps forward, or 1 step forward, 2 steps or 3 steps back, and then maybe 2 steps forward, and then another, step back. That's kind of how I feel. I'm never happy with, there's always something in my paintings that I'm not happy about. There's always a part of the painting I'm not happy about. So what I did here was I dipped my brush into some water, because I thought, well, yeah, that's a little bit too dark. Just to loosen up the paint a little bit. But you got to remember, all I did was I recorded this. I was just painting, and I just recorded it. One of the things that he does suggest a lot is, if you can, video yourself. And then, as time goes on, go back and look at what you did. You might not think you're progressing or whatever, but you are. I paint weekly. I'm not going to say daily, but I paint weekly. And, so I'm just putting I had some green in there. I think it's sap green. And a little bit of that pale yellow. And there's some more burnt sienna. I'm just playing around with it. I think you'll love this video, this painting. But I do encourage you to go ahead and check out Joe Menza art. I think you'll really, really, if you've never seen him paint before, I think you'll really enjoy it, the way he paints. And his whole idea, and he's a wonderful painter. So at the end here, I'm putting in some yellow ochre and such right now. And I wasn't looking for blue skies in this video, in this painting. I mean, you don't have to put, I wasn't looking for clouds or anything like that. And I'm just, with the small or medium hake brush, I'm just trying to get some texture and some grass effects. And I like off to the bottom right, I love mixing those colors there, where you got some blue, you got burnt sienna, you got a little bit of green, you got some yellow, and they all kind of combine and give you that almost a fall feel, or even I mean, it could be any time of the year. So here I am, I'm using some cobalt blue. I'm like, okay, I want to try to push those mountains back if I can. And I'm like, but in watercolor, everything's drying very quickly. That's why I go back and forth. One of the reasons why I'll go back and forth on different paintings. Like from one side of the painting, then I'll go down to maybe from the upper part down to a corner, or maybe off to the side, whatever. Because I want it to dry, air dry. And so I'm just fooling around here. I'm having fun. I mean, that's what it's about for me. For me, it's about a few things. Having fun. It's a very healthy way of coping with stress and other things. It's a solitude moment. You don't have people telling you what to do and such. And then I love to share my paintings on this channel and my ideas for anybody to try and learn, for those who are new. And I always do my best to give credit where it's due. Okay, so I'm just using a business card here. I just kind of get some rocks in there and a little bit of flavor. I like calling, when you mix the colors up, I call that flavor, and such. I want to wish you all a wonderful day, a good morning, a good evening, wherever you are, and whatever time you're watching this. And again, I was thinking about how I started painting and where it came from. And it came from Joe Menza art. Before that, I didn't paint. And I have a lot of respect for what he does and all I've learned and all the avenues I've taken since then. Again, this is just, I didn't know what I was going to paint. It's kind of fast and loose, quick and loose, whatever. Wet on wet, and then, there's some dry in there. But, hey guys, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful evening. And thank you for viewing. Please come back again and check out his channel. And like and subscribe if you enjoy my videos. I don't make anything off of my videos. I just do it to try to inspire others. And again, for the things I mentioned, here I am. I'm putting water on there now, just to lighten up that lake a little bit. I really appreciate you guys coming back. Sincerely yours, John.